his career as a firefighter and first responder, Dave Evans has led the Hoskins Valley Rural Fire Protection District as their fire chief for over 18 years.
The local fire department was offering free medical training if you signed up and joined. And so being new to the area, we thought, well, shoot, that'll kill two birds with one stone. We'll get to meet some people out here and we'll get some free medical training. So I did that. I was a millwright in a mill, and the sawmill industry was falling apart. And it was iffy whether or not our mills were running day to day. And so he said, you know, I could do this for a living. I'd been here maybe 2 years from that point, 3 years. Like I said, I could do this for a living. This would be a lot better job than being a millwright. And so quit my job, went and got hired on with the Corvallis Fire Department. And at that point became the fire chief out here. They were a real small community. Everybody else has jobs outside, so I was the likely candidate to be the fire chief out here.
His volunteer chief activities include responding to calls, developing trainings, and ensuring the well-being of his volunteers. As a trained professional with the Corvallis Fire Department, Chief Evans' work schedule would seem to minimize his ability to maintain adequate management of a rural district. However, it is precisely because of his involvement with the larger fire department that he has been able to bring the standards of the rural district up to a par which can honestly be matched by very few other similar-sized rural departments.
When I first came here, nobody had any real fire experience. They had training, some training, but almost everybody does something else for a living. They're either homemakers or electrical engineers, or we have teachers, all kinds of professions live in the community. And they just volunteered at the local fire department. So it was a collection of people that really, I don't want to say didn't know anything about firefighting, but it wasn't their first thought. So it was easy once I started doing it for a living. I knew where we needed to be and to keep on top of it.
Chief Evans is truly a Renaissance man, and all who have been involved with the district under his leadership do not doubt the focus he has maintained to ensure the district is well served and covered.
They'd gotten hand-me-downs from other fire departments and they were making do with what they had. So my first thought was, we need to raise the tax base. We need to go out for a general obligation bond and get a truck. Decent, up-to-date truck, which we did. We bought a water tender for about $120,000 at the time, which that was the only purchase this fire department had really made. We got the bond levy passed, and that was a lot of people. That wasn't just me, that was a lot of people that worked on that.
He has raised the district's understanding of how effective a rural department with limited volunteers can be, and has created SOPs which would have seemed impossible to institute prior to his leadership.
These people are taking care of their neighbors. They're taking care of their friends. It's very rare out here that we go on a call and we don't know who we're treating. So, you know, if Grandpa's passed away and we're there, we're with the family, they're our friends, they're our neighbors. We're there with them through all those moments.
Chief Evans has been a faithful, selfless volunteer who has consistently exemplified the spirit of citizenry, volunteering, and all-around hard work.
In 2015, I retired from the city of Corvallis after 25 years, and I'll retire from here at that time. My wife's had to listen to a pager now for 25 years, and she's a little over 20 years. I'm going to take some time off, and I think we'll build some wooden boats. It's something I've always wanted to do, and we'll travel.